How do I qualify for a certificate of citizenship after my parent naturalizes and becomes a US citizen? So as background, if you're in the US living with your parents and you're under the age of 18 and your parents naturalize and become US citizen, because you're living with them as a minor child under the age of 18, under the US immigration laws, you immediately become a US citizen too. So you in effect naturalize as part of your parents' naturalization, even though you yourself have not applied for US citizenship for naturalization. However, when you apply to receive what's called a certificate of citizenship so that you can prove that you're a US citizen, because unlike your parents who received a naturalization certificate, you as the child who automatically became a US citizen do not receive any document unless you apply for it. So that document is a certificate of citizenship. The main documents that you will have to submit and what you will have to prove with that certificate of citizenship application is that, number one, those are actually your parents, right? Or at least one parent, right? One parent naturalized before you turned 18. So you'll need some kind of birth certificate or proof of that parental relationship. You will need proof that the parent actually naturalized before your 18th birthday. And finally, you will have to prove that you've been living with your parents. Now, if you're living with both parents, in those cases, you don't require as much evidence. You can just prove sort of life evidence, school records, other proof that you're living in the custody of your parents. If your parents are divorced, you will have to show that you were in the legal custody of the parent living in the US, that you resided in the US in the custody of the parent when that parent became a US citizen through naturalization. My general advice with all of this is this topic is fairly straightforward in cases where a child just lives with the parents, a parent naturalizes, and there's no complicating factors. In cases where families are living in different countries, the child spends some time with one parent in the US, other parent outside the country, these cases can get fairly complicated. So my advice is, if you have a complicated case, talk to someone knowledgeable about this. Speak to a qualified immigration lawyer, because you don't want to mess this up. I mean, you could potentially jeopardize your ability to prove your US citizenship. If you have any questions about this, post them in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to record more videos. Thanks for watching.